We had about a total of 1,300 hectares of brownfield, which is basically scattered around the new territories. And out of this 1,300 hectares of brownfields, we have basically identified 4 major blocks of concentrated brownfields. And they are somewhere in Fanling, North Fanling and North Kwu Tung, the Hung Shui Kiu area, the Yuen Long, the south of Yuen Long, and also the northern New Territories. And this amounts to about 540 hectares of brownfield. I think the major challenge being that at the moment there are economic contributions on this brownfield with multiple number of brownfield operators operating on a day-to-day basis. There are certain employment attached to all these brownfield operators. Although one of the efforts is to try to concentrate these brownfield operations into multi-storey buildings. And unfortunately, I would say some of the operations would not be able to be housed on the 10th floor of a multi-storey buildings. They could be storage for a very large machinery. They could be brownfield operators who's perhaps housing some of the building construction materials and building construction machineries. One of the study undertaking at the moment is actually in Hung Shui Kiu, and that is to consolidate 190 hectares of brownfield into an area of about 24 hectares for multi-storey buildings, as well as 37 hectares of land reserved for logistic business. And of course, at the same time, all this brownfield operation will involve a certain compensation, because you just cannot simply get rid of them. You have to look after their well-being in the future.